Hey everybody, welcome back to some D&D. We're getting into some Spelljammer. It's going to be awesome. I'm doing this for the second time because I forgot to add my own microphone to this screen. So, short and sweet. Here's our players. Hey players. Yeah, good to see you. I'm going to have them tell you a little bit about what they do, who they are, and who they're playing. So we're going to go down that list right now, actually. Sal, what are you about? Who are you?
So I'm gonna be playing Salazar Saltwind, Hadozi fighter. Um, let's see. He Sal grew up aboard the elven ship, the Sea's Gale.
Mhm.
Took the name Saltwind as a surname. Um, Spent some time sailing the seas and decided to head to outer space and
Okay.
work
So he's
and do
familiar with
whatever he
like
wanted.
on the water seas, not like the space seas, or both maybe.
Correct, but he knows his way around a ship.
Okay, and you said what's his nickname again?
You can call him Sal.
Sal. All right,
Yeah.
Do you know your way around the poop deck?
Yep. I'll swab it.
let's move under
Fantastic.
Sal and go with Zama here. Zama, tell us a little bit. What's up with you?
I will be playing Robot, an autonomous cleric who actually looks like a dwarf. Robot is from Redacted, a technological city located in Redacted, who works at a repair shop and speakeasy known as Fix It for people, and we do things there. I also like to take in information, and sometimes money is to be acquired. Also, one day I disappeared from my home mysteriously. Strange coincidence or circumstances. Ended up in space, and I guess we'll hear about this person soon. But I was found by Baktra, who has awoken me and taken me into their clutch.
I guess we'll find out where exactly you are in just a moment here for sure. Um, Redacted places though, huh? We got a few secrets. I guess we'll have to find out later.
What do you mean?
Never been to Redacted.
Yeah,
Is
I've
the
never
weather nice there?
never heard of Redacted, seen Redacted.
What kind
Where
of
is what is redacted?
what kind of food is that Redacted? Like is it like Italian?
Rick, let's hear a
I'm
little bit
not
about you. Let's move on to some details about what you're all about. You're kind of a goofy guy normally, so I'm curious to hear what you are this time. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm playing a very stern guy who's not going to say anything. No, total opposite. So I'm playing Slick D. Ross, who is a plasmoid warlock. I grew up through the Navy, but I'm no longer part of them for reasons redacted. I have a patron who has specific goals and tasks for me to do, and I may or may not be on the run or in trouble. We'll find out.
Okay, that's something I guess you'll divulge to your pals here eventually. We'll see how that goes. And last but not least, we got Baka. Bakamus. What are you about?
I am Pakcha. I am actually a Thrykean. Did I say it right?
It's Thrycreen. Got an R in there, right? Maybe.
Thrycreen. Sorry, I always forget the R. The second one. Anyways, I'm a giant bug lady, and I was born on a different world from everybody else, and I kind of just got sent out into the world to kind of find my way and um, help find new trade routes and different things to help my clutch. And while I was on our planet home, um, we actually I actually ended up finding a robot um, in some old ruins while I was out on a hunting mission. So
Okay. All right.
that's it.
Pakcha. So all of as everyone else out there may have noticed, these are all space realm space folks we have here. So they've all come from different places way beyond Toril. Toril being the planet that normally all D&D stuff happens on. So we got some folks who are a bit beyond that. Where they are now, you're about to see. But first, I guess I should say, welcome to Spelljammer. Okay. So here we are. The beginning of it all. Let me update you guys on your current circumstances. Fire and explosions rock your ship, the Moon Raider. You are new members to this crew, yet you know and trust the others with your lives. You can't remember what led to this. It's like an enemy is using some sort of disorient magic on the entire crew of your ship, you included, making it easier to seize. You see your captain stumbling along the side of the ship. And here's what this looks like.
Oh.
Your captain, Sardax, falls to her knees. She looks like this, just so you know.
I'm still loading. I need to
loading.
Oh,
Right
there
now.
we go. Yeah, I'm done loading too.
I'll give you a second to catch up.
That's Sardax.
That's Sardax. Captain
Nice.
Sardax. She's bleeding out quickly, but yells out a final order. She yells out, "Don't let them take the ship! Stop them at all costs!" and falls to her face, motionless. I need all of you to roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh.
We right in it.
Started.
All right.
Oh, thank God. I'm can roll good. Can I load Foundry? Wait, this is coming from the Serenscape, right? Wait.
Okay, you all rolled, it looks like, so we can get started. So, Pacha, you're currently on this ship. It's burning. These weird creatures have boarded it and are attacking other crewmates. Skirmishes are happening all around you, but you see two of them beelining right towards you and your acquaintances. What do you do?
Is that this guy and this guy?
It is.
Oh,
Would you like to see what they look like?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give me the skinny.
There's one of them that has jumped aboard your ship.
Oh.
And here is the other.
Oh, thank
cool.
God he's got a bowl on his head. I don't have to worry about the teeth. Wait, right? That bowl's there,
I
right?
like that guy.
There is a bowl on his head, yeah. It looks like he's got some liquid in it.
Oh boy.
Oh, liquid in it, you say? I cast infestation on this one.
Okay. Let's see it.
Forgive me. I think this is right. Did that link the whole thing?
Yeah, looks like it's a Constitution save on your target, so I'll have them roll that now.
Yeah.
They failed.
Privately.
Sorry.
Private.
They rolled a 3, just so you know. I have it public now. So it looks like you went ahead and rolled the damage with it as well, so it's going to take 2 damage. What does infestation look like from you?
I just kind of hold my hand out, and then a whole bunch of bugs just kind of spawn out of like the palm of my hand. So I'm a giant bug, and I'm spawning tiny little cockroaches and stuff out at this lizard man.
Okay, these little cockroaches just skitter and flutter immediately out to this figure who has a scimitar ready, looking like he wants to charge, but starts just trying to beat these things off of him as he takes 2 damage. Anything else?
I then cast Shillelagh on my weapon. How does that work now? Wait, hold on.
I know Shillelagh.
I'm right, you have to
from
cast
Baldur's Gate.
Shillelagh beforehand, right? And then I can use it on the next.
I
Go.
think Shillelagh may be different now. Maybe I'll do it on the same turn, but that is another spell. You can only cast 1 spell, even if it's
Nope,
a bonus
it's
action.
a bonus action.
Even if it's a bonus action.
Oh. Okay, never mind.
Unless you
just
have
stand there
there's a
with
feat
my-
that gets around that. Okay, so you stand there?
Yeah, I stand
Okay.
there with my shield and my quarterstaff.
It's going to bring us to one of these Reavers that runs around these flames and just kind of almost animalistic, like running and using his left hand to like help him move forward quicker. As he runs up to you, Sal, at much quicker speeds than you expect, and raises his scimitar to swing at you.
It's a miss.
You see him approaching and you ready yourself. And what kind of weapon are you holding right now?
I am holding my short sword.
You parry the blow with your short sword as metal clangs upon metal and sends his blade to the side. His facial expression looks like he's not deterred by this at all. He looks excited, a little out of his mind. But that's all he's going to do on his turn. Something else happens, though. Okay, while you're engaged with this figure, a ship, a small one, almost looks like a lifeboat, but quickly just flies overhead from the ship as another figure hops out of it and leaps onto the deck. As
shit.
this joins the fight.
Damn.
Cool.
I don't like it.
Could be a friend.
I don't know.
Flick, you're up.
Who are you people?
I'm not convinced it's a friend.
How does does that guy who jumped on the ship, does he look like he wants to attack us?
He's definitely looking your direction with his weapon raised.
All right.
Quite so.
Don't worry, city folk. I'm a pretty little girl. I got you. Slick's gonna walk a little bit up here, next to the captain. He's gonna look at that robot dude. How about you find your own ship? and then I'm gonna go revolver, and I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast towards the robot guy.
Okay. That's a 17 to hit. That is absolutely gonna hit. Go ahead and roll your damage. Okay, so how do you shoot this revolver? What's that look like?
I like pretend I raise one of my arms, and it turns into what looks to be like a revolver, and I look down on it and I say revolver, and I kind of do like I'm shooting my arm back, and then the Eldritch Blast just comes out of it.
All right, this beam of Eldritch Energy just slams into this android-looking creature and just sets him back on 1 foot for a moment as he takes 3 damage. He still looks pretty healthy, though. Is that the end of your turn?
You better watch yourself from coming any forward there, Slick. Yeah,
Okay.
end of my turn.
Robot, you're up.
I'm up. That's Sal? Or did we roll the same? Whatever.
You rolled the same, but it looks like you're higher on the list. I don't know why
Okay.
that is, but actually, I should have
Alphabetical.
explained this before. If you go in order on your turns, you can go in whatever order you guys like if you want to discuss it. Moving forward, we'll do that. So Sal's next, so he could go now, or you could go now. It's up to y'all.
Go for it.
Okay. I'll just kind of look around, pull my shield out. Oh no! Oh my! Oh no! And I'll just step over, kind of right there, just to stand next to Paksha, and I will use Sacred Flame on. Oops. I want to display in VTD. Use Sacred Flame on the fishbowl guy next to Sal. So my eyes will flare up, and like a sharp rock type image will flare up on the water, right on the water bowl, right on the front, and like just kind of like try and sear him through the glass. I think it's a dex save.
Okay,
Yeah, it's a dex save.
let's see what he gets. You're not that good at this, so he got a...
Let's go. Needs
11.
13.
So this sacred flame just engulfs this creature for 2 damage.
2 damage.
As the fires and cover his what looks like a helmet, you can only assume, his little aquarium, and just quickly burns up on him. Doesn't do a whole lot, but still does a little bit.
You
Okay,
gonna cook that fish?
Oh no! Oh my! Oh no! And also, you said Captain Sardax killed over dead.
She is on the ground, not moving right now.
Oh, like she might be alive.
You don't know. You just you don't see any movement over there. You are welcome to go check her out, but you just use your action to attack.
I did just use my action.
You still have movement if you want to move.
Yeah. How much did I move? We'll stand over here and kind of like just look over her body, and I guess I'll figure that out next turn though. That's
Okay.
the end of my turn.
Could have us on a better scene too. Here we go. That's what it's supposed to be. All right. Up next is
Actually, I won't go that far. I don't want to move too far away from Paksha.
This fish fucker in front of me, his bowl on his head, does it look like it's got like a latch or something
It's hard to tell
that it's
because
like connected by?
he has kind of like a little scarf looking thing around his neck. It looks like it's sealed on somehow, but you can't see where right now. But if you want to, you can try to make an action to kind of attack, but reach and feel if you can grab something.
No, I think that's okay. I want to like take his shoulders and shove him against these barrels here, try and smash his head on the barrels in front of us, or in front of me behind him.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack. Don't just with whatever weapon you're good at, but we'll say you're trying to grab and shove them into those barrels instead.
Okay. Oh my god.
That is going to miss. You reach in to grapple with him. He raises his sword to try and stop you, but can't make it quite in time. You struggle just for a brief bit until he shoves you off of him.
All right, so as a bonus action, I can use Dexterous Feet to manipulate an object, open or close a door, container, or pick up or set down a tiny object.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my Dexterous Feet bonus action to try and do what you were talking about earlier and see if I can feel around for like a latch of some sort?
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay. I don't know what kind of roll you need.
Link Dexterous Feet.
Let's see here. Why is it not linking? Oh, there it goes. There we go.
It's just like the picture of you.
That's all I did.
Dexterous Feet. You know, don't worry about it. We'll roll with it. So go ahead and roll a d20. You need I'll say a 12 or higher, and we'll see if you can find something here. Okay, so after you struggle with this grapple, you get back. You just try to focus on this helmet somewhere on the sides, just looking for maybe there's a quick lever, latch, or something you could flip. And you do lock onto something, but it feels like it's some sort of screw. And it looks like it's going to take a bit more physical force to undo it. You assume on both sides of its neck are 2 bolts that can be...
Okay.
End of turn?
Got it. Yep, that ends my turn.
Okay, that'll leave us to 2 Reavers. But first, something else happens. Let me take a look here real quick. Oh, crap. Okay. As you are in the middle of this skirmish still, it looks like both this android and this weird-looking alien are running up to fight. Another one, you see a grapple hook attached to the side, and another creature leaps onto the deck. You hear there's fighting, scrapping happening all around you as more and more of these start to board the ship. Poncho, one runs up to you, and with his free hand, he has a scimitar in one, he reaches out to you as you see it cackle with electricity as a beam of lightning flies in your direction. He is casting Lightning Lure. You need to make a strength saving throw.
You said towards Poncho?
Yeah.
Okay.
Strength saving?
Mm-hmm.
What's a 10 get me?
I believe meets beats, right? So...
Yeah.
Yeah, you save.
Yeah, no, totally. Yeah, beats.
Okay, this lightning lure goes beaming at you, and just fortunately because of your carapace and your reactions, it just glazes off of your front chest carapace, and the beam vanishes at that point as the Reaver closes the distance and moves into the melee range with you. That's all I can do.
Oh.
This android guy, 2, 3, 4, will move up to you, Slick, and he is wielding a scimitar as well. He's going to swing it at you. I believe he's going to hit you, right?
Yes.
Okay.
As soon as he hits me, I'm gonna cast Hellish Rebuke as a reaction.
Okay, go ahead and do the link the Hellish Rebuke.
Ooh.
Wow. Okay, so this scimitar sticks inside of you for 4 damage as he just reaches into your goo-like body and just catches a few nerves and neurons or whatever's inside you, plasmoids. You take 4 damage, and at the same time, while the sword is still in you, this thing's body just engulfs in this hellish flames as this metal creature, you would assume it wouldn't affect it much, stumbles back as parts of his body just begin to melt, and he falls to the ground, a pile of molten metal. The ship around you the ship on the floor starts to smoke a bit because of that.
Must have hit my tobacco by mistake.
Love it.
That's the end of both of their turns. We had a new person show up, but they don't go yet. That brings us to a new round. Pacha, you're up.
Alright.
Oh, but before you go, the ship, you hear it, and just it's little popping sounds as a large explosion happens beneath deck and rocks the entire ship. I need everybody to make a dexterity saving throw.
Jesus.
So your ship is in trouble.
Holy shit!
my
The
God,
rolls
come
today,
on.
boys.
Hold on. Wait. Dex saving?
Dex
My-
saving throw.
My dice are carrying over from the last campaign.
Oof.
Okay, if you rolled under a 10, the explosion knocks you off your footing and you fall prone.
That's you, Sal.
Shut up. God damn it.
Fishbowl head falls prone, and as does one of the purple head dudes down below. Who else falls
Or
prone?
Sal.
Said I rolled it. I rolled an 11. I could have better. I beat it.
Slick
Sal.
save, robot. Just Sal. Okay, Sal, you lost your footing as well. Pacha, now you may go.
Oh, this man is on the ground?
Yeah, he fell right before you as you stood your ground.
I immediately take my quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh on it as I slam him on the ground. Can I do that? Can
Yeah.
I cast Shillelagh and then? Okay.
Well, link. Can you link Shillelagh? Let's. That might be an updated spell because we're doing the 2024 rules.
Did it link?
Yeah,
It did.
clever course after holding a of nature's power for the duration. You can use your spellcasting ability instead of strength for attacks, and the weapon's damage of the attack damage can be force. Spell ends if you cast it again.
I'm gonna
No,
force.
you got to cast that as a bonus action. Then you got to use a regular action to attack. Still, it looks like.
Well, yeah, no, I'll say so.
It looks like you went ahead and did both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits. You have advantage as well if you want to roll a gun because he's on the ground. See if you can crit him.
Yeah. Well, I'll crit him.
Shillelagh.
You can just link Shillelagh again and.
You know what? That one didn't. We don't want to talk about the second one. It's fine. It's fine. We'll take the first one. The first one's fine.
Let's go
First
ahead and
one's fine.
so roll your damage then.
Did it not already throw it in there?
Yeah, it
You
let
had
roll
to,
the
you had to
attack.
roll damage. Ooh. Bam! Ooh.
Looks like a lot. I'm trying to read this right. So that's
I did 20.
yeah. Oh, give me a second. So that's Shillelagh adds. No, fuck it, whatever. So you slam this creature while he's on the ground with your quarterstaff, with such force. You were aiming for the head. He was an easy target. You crack his skull as he writhes for a moment and stops moving.
You hear in all of your minds, dibs.
Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Young bug lady, let me get them pockets though.
Sal, the Reaver
Pockets.
in front of you, quickly stands
Eight.
up and regains himself before you can react and will swing at you while you're on the ground.
Something happens. If you remember, there was little bugs also right there.
That's not a persistent effect. I thought that was a one-time thing, right?
It's a concentration spell, and it can move up to 5 feet. Hold on. Let me link it again. No, I just. Am I wrong? Am I wrong in reading this?
It says duration instantaneous. You cause a cloud of mice, fleas, and parasites to appear momentarily on one creature you can see within range. So no, it's a one-time deal.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Damn bugs.
Or it takes. Oh, if he failed that Constitution save, he was supposed to move in a random direction as well, trying to get him off of him. But
Oh,
we didn't do that. That's okay. We'll do it
That's
next
fine.
We did.
time. In the meantime,
No, no.
though,
sorry, new characters. I'm still
That-
getting used to the new system.
Sal, as you roll off your stomach onto your back, you see a scimitar swinging straight down. But hastily, you kick backwards as the scimitar just goes right below your legs before it cut you in the middle.
Hello, bitch.
He tries to pull his sword up. It's stuck at the moment. Slick and Robot, you're up.
Ah,
The lick is up. Means sour up.
you must be a little bit of a dancer, pal.
Let's look at the
Now let me
gun.
show you how the adults do it. As I move my arm forward, and it turns into a gun. I
Oh,
say,
yeah. Oh,
revolver. And I cast Eldritch Blast at the guy next to Sal.
Okay, you fire this Eldritch Blast. This guy is squatting right now, trying to pull his sword, and as soon as you fire that blast, he finally gets it out, and as he's leaning back, this blast flies right past him.
Ah, shucks. Well, can't hit them all. Yeah, that's my turn.
Robot
was
and Sal.
Was the guy by Paktra dead?
Yeah, that guy's dead. He got his cranium bashed by a 20 damage.
Yeah.
He did.
I'm gonna go over to the captain, and I guess I'll use my action to check for life.
I think I'm like 8 feet tall.
Okay, make a medicine check.
When I fully stand up.
Pretty tall.
Ooh. Oh.
That's actually good enough. You kneel down to check the captain to see if she has any sign of life, and she doesn't even have a pulse right now.
Can I use my bonus action to loot her pockets?
You cannot loot until you have an action. That's a full action.
Shit!
All right. If I hold my bonus action, like to do a spell, it doesn't. I forgot. I thought we said something about this the other day. Do I use my spell, even if I don't use my spell?
Doing a medicine check would have been your action.
No. I want to hold my bonus action.
You cannot hold a bonus action.
Oh, I can't. Oh, then I guess I'm just done. Then I am ending my turn, and I am standing right here, still with my shield out and holding my mace, and I'm keeping an eye on Paksha. Seems all right now that she obliterated that dude's skull.
Sal, you're prone, and it's your turn. And the ship seems to be just kind of shaking a little more violently now. It was kind of like teetering back and forth, but now it's rumbling a little bit.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use my. Was it half your movement speed to stand up?
That's correct.
All right. Well, I'm not prone anymore. I'm gonna stand up. I'm gonna try and bring my short sword down right on this dude's bowl.
Give him a big old kiss. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, that hits.
For 5 damage.
Okay, you stand up and you brandish your short sword just right across this thing's chest upward as you slice across him for 5 damage, and this dark greenish blood leaks out of him. Also, right after you slice him, you see an arrow fly and sink into this thing's side. As this arrow pierces him, it holds its side briefly, takes 4 damage, and then falls over dead. It looks
Where
like
did
when
that
you're
arrow come from?
all around you, there's other fights happening right now. So a crewmate shot one at her.
Okay.
Oh, okay, so we're not actually the only people on the ship.
No.
It's just for combat purposes. Gotcha.
You're not
Okay.
a person, you're a robot.
I guess that's gonna. No. I want to step over his body, so that gives me. Let's see, what's my movement speed?
Should have 15 left.
Okay. If I step over his body, is that going to be considered difficult terrain?
If you're going over a corpse, yeah. You can go around the corpse.
I want to climb on top of these barrels here.
Okay. That'll be, just 5 and 5. They're not stacked up super high.
All right. And that will end my turn.
Okay. It takes us to another Reaver who holds out his scimitar and starts running towards you, Paksha, but the ship starts shaking just more violently, until all of you just hear the chain sound of cracking, and a huge flame erupts, actually from right here, and engulfs the ship as the deck cracks and sends a lot of you flying up into the air.
Oh.
As that happens, however, suddenly everything freezes in place. You included.
They ain't got to with the body.
Everything goes dark. And suddenly, a lone figure appears from the darkness.
Heidelin?
I have another thing
Zodiac?
for y'all here. There we go. There it is. A hulking figure emerges from the center of the explosion. A Hadozi with a missing wing flap, wearing a military uniform, bristling with metals. The air around her smells like cigar smoke, and she speaks. As you can see, Boatswain Tarto growls, the Battle of Akatha didn't go so well for Captain Sardax and her crew. But her last battle makes for good testing ground for new recruits. In simulation,
We're in a fucking holodeck?
everything
Yes, sir.
around you starts to come into view as it looks like you were inside of a simulation that whole time. You find yourself in a room with these weird glowing spores, and you can feel atop your head something grasped onto it. Not like it's forcing you there, but just comfortably sitting on your dome. All of your memories start to return finally. You arrived this morning on a ship called the Belligerence, a small Shrike vessel, which picked up passengers and crew from a place called the Rock of Brawl, which you were all at before you ended up here, out in realm space. You've traveled here to join the Spelljammer Academy, secret enclave of spellcasters and swords for hire on the mysterious Isle of Nimbrel. Graduates from this academy tend to join the Spelljammer fleet, a magical navy sworn to protect Toril and explore worlds beyond, but your personal reasons for being here are your own. Be it a shot at fame, power, money, knowledge, or even the idea of just making the universe a bit better. The Academy is carved into a 2,000-foot-high column of rock that juts up from the cliffs of the island's west coast. It's multiple levels connected by stairs, ramps, magical lifts, and whatnot. After docking atop the column, you were marched here into the simulations deck midway down the Academy spire. And it looks like you were immediately put to the test. And you've passed, you think. It's time to settle in.
I passed.
You remove the little domes from your heads and have a clearer view of the room. The woman who's introduced herself before, the Hadozi, Boatswain Tarto, walks around and motions for y'all to come over.
Walk over.
Oh, I've forgotten how to do this.
I move on over as well.
Damn.
And Mr. Foxtrot.
So, it was a little rough, right?
I look very proud of myself.
You call that rough, then you haven't been down the terrains I've been on.
I just, you don't see my mouth move or anything. I just stare, like, very intensely. And, you hear in your head, didn't even get started.
That wasn't
Just
so
warming
bad.
up.
Well, now I suppose I have to give you all of your, performance reviews. So, I guess we'll start with, my own kin here. And, Boatswain Tardo turns to look at you, Sal, and says, you look like you could hold your own, but you seem to have a bit of issues with keeping your footing. And your blade as well. Good strike at the end, but early on, you should probably be a bit more cautious.
I had him.
I suppose maybe you did, but from what I was seeing, maybe you didn't. And you, Think you Auto Gnome, right? Who are you again?
I am Robot.
Robot.
Beep.
Your first move was to attack the enemy. Understandable. You had a dying captain around the corner, but I suppose attacking the enemy is more important in some cases. Bit discouraging knowing that you have abilities that can help people, and the first thing you do is go for the enemy like that. But you checked on her eventually. Points for that. Good work.
Thank you, sir. Beep.
And let's
Ma'am,
see.
Beep. Sir, whatever.
Sir's fine. And I think your name was Slick Plasmoid, is that right?
No, it's Montana. James Montana. Nice to meet you.
That's not what you... Whatever. Call yourself what you want. Well, Montana. Not bad with your spells, but believe you missed a clear shot when one had a scimitar lodged in the ground. You need to work on your aim a little bit. And also maybe your diversity. All you did was fire your fingers twice, that weird energy.
Been a little rusty. Not used to shooting folk, but I'm down to shoot what I got.
I'll keep that in mind. And last but not least, our mighty Thry-Kreen here. She looks up at
Very
you,
proud
Gotcha.
of myself.
As expected, you got a bit of muscle on you. You crushed that Reaver like it was no one's business. He was on the ground and a very easy target, and if you missed, that would have been very embarrassing, but good work there. Also dodged that line of lightning that came your way. You show promise. Alright. Reviews are done. So, we marched you here right when you got here. I suppose you may have some questions. Now's the time. What would you like to know?
I'll go first, sir. How much we getting paid doing this killing and slinging and stuff?
You volunteered to be here.
I take off the hat. I thought we were getting paid. Will we be paid eventually?
There are wages for being part of the Spelljammer Academy recruitment. If you perform well enough, you will have wages. You perform really well, promotions might be due, might even get your own ship, if you're worth it.
I'll put the hat back on.
Our own ship.
All
you
right.
say.
I like the sound of that, pretty man.
She tilts her head
Hey.
at you a little bit, but just keeps listening.
I don't say anything, and I only talk to Robot in his head. Why does the gelatin one change his voice?
I look up at Patra, and then I look over at Slick. Hey, Slick, why do you change your voice so often?
As you're looking at me, because I'm a plasmoid, the hat's like constantly like falling off and stuff, and I'm like constantly trying to put it back on. What are you talking about, little mechanical bee? I'm Montana. I used to own a ranch. I used to, protect the cowpoke until the city folk came and started digging on all the lands. Now I'm here.
It's always the
Uh,
plasmoids.
In Paksha's head, she hears he's got split personalities.
I don't
And then-
know if you can talk back in my.
I
own
can. I know.
accent.
I know Thry-Kreen.
Oh, okay. Then everybody else just hears a whole bunch of clicks and shit. Like, I didn't say anything. I just kept staring ahead. He says some stuff.
So yeah, actually, just when I go to speak Thry-Kreen, my mouth opens up, and then you hear the fax dial tone, and that's it.
And I understand it perfectly.
Little robot. Oh, sorry if you go.
No, go ahead. I wasn't gonna say.
How did you hear the name Slick?
I thought she said it.
Yeah, I said it. That's what, no,
I'm
she
good at.
takes a
good at
paper out of
listening.
her pocket and just and writes it and looks down at it and says, "Yeah, says here, Slick, apostrophe D Ross. and looks back at you.
I'll look
Check
over
that
to
out.
Slick.
I thought those papers were supposed to be secret. That the Navy doesn't know I'm here, right?
Only people that know you're here is your transport from Rock of Brawl and I guess a few other of the staff.
Beep.
Oh, so I'm safe.
Beep.
She looks at you confused for a moment. Safe from what?
I put my hat next to her. You know, the whole thing about the Navy. I talked to the recruiter about the Navy situation, and they said,
Oh,
you get a
We're-
charger if I sign up now. And
we're not involved with them. That's your business. As long as you're here, you don't have to worry about something like that.
Gotcha. Cool. As I do that, I put the hat into my body as a little bag opens up, and the hat just kind of disappears into the bag. And I kind of stretch out a little bit, like, oh, that's much better. Hey, everyone.
Hello, Slick D.
Don't
Ross.
worry. We'll be on our own vessel soon enough.
Robot, you hear in your head, I don't understand.
I'm not hearing any questions here, so we good.
But don't you understand, Baksha?
I think we're good.
Good. You see her again reach into one of the sleeves on this jacket she's wearing. She takes out a stack of papers and hands one out to each of you and says, "You got a few duties you need to take care of. Check the orientation tasks, get them done, then report back to me. Oh, and make sure to read the warning on the back."
Do you mind if we take a quick nap first, though? Oh, I'm beat.
Oh, all of you should be full health as well.
Understood.
You haven't been hit.
I take the list and hand it to Robot.
Do we take
List?
the benefits of a long rest after leaving that?
I
or are we
take
still-
I take the list. What is this list?
Yeah, you have long rest benefits right now, unless
Alright,
you went
so
down,
unless-
which none of you did.
So I have my
Wait.
spell slots back, right?
Do we all have an individual list, or is it just like the one?
It's the same thing, just handed to each of you. If any of you'd like
Oh.
to look at it, you can let me know, and I will show it to you.
Oh,
Hey, I want to.
yeah.
I want to read that warning on the back. That's the first thing I want to read.
I hand my list to Robot to translate for me. I can't read this scribble.
You see Sal immediately flip it and look at the warning on the back.
As I'm reading mine,
listening.
as I'm reading mine, you hear that beep again, the DSL noise or whatever. As I'm reading it to Baksha in her head.
All right.
Robot, I think you have mail.
Mail? This is mail. Well, you have mail too.
You've got mail.
I just assume you keep continuing the sound.
As long as I don't know what the three Korean language really is like in your head, but if I gotta say we're going to the park today, the entire time I'm speaking that sentence, I'm making the sound.
Fantastic. I just understand it's just perfect. Mhm.
Oh, we get a welcome pack.
All right, when you're done looking at the list, let me know. I'll take us
All
back to the
right.
map.
I guess we should go to admin first.
Service weaponry.
I should
Yeah.
also say right now, none of you have access to your inventory. You don't even have a weapon on you. All you have are the clothes on your back. If there's any
That's fine.
unique items you would have had, they
Yeah,
should
sure,
be
right.
at the welcome or with the service weaponry.
So the cowboy hat's just floating around in my body right now. It actually didn't disappear into a bag.
No. You have your internal like gut bag still in your hats.
Oh, okay.
You're like the only one who has something like that.
That's a part of your biology.
Yeah. That's with
That's
you.
not- fair.
My bag of holding is part of it.
I took
I
a
got my
screenshot
crown.
of the.
Yeah, you have
thing.
you have your crown. Like little like really personal stuff you still have on you. But if it's like
Gotcha.
a unique
Got my
carved staff
beard?
that has an emerald in it, that won't be with you right now.
Oh, I totally forgot. Hey, I have a little broken crystal around my neck that looks like a carrot that's been split into 3 different sections.
Oh boy.
I mean, you forgot.
I totally forgot. That was important. We were supposed to let Rick do a recap, and then Jamie's like, no.
Who's Rick? Who's Jamie?
Oh
I'm gonna
wait,
go get my stuff.
Okay.
Is that,
Let's go to admin, Slick.
is that an Easter egg?
What was your name again?
She
You can
pauses
call
for a
me
moment.
Sal.
Oh, sorry, you're talking to her. Or him.
I'm
Go
not talking to her.
ahead.
Who are you talking to?
She does hold up her hand for a moment before you all exit and says, "So you have your tasks. You got any questions about the facility? Nothing? You're good to go?"
Quick question. Do you guys store gold anywhere?
I'll let you know what you need to know. And then
Gotcha.
she opens the door to the training, back into the main hallway, and steps out of the way and says, "Come back up here when you're done. Head down 2 floors. That'll be the cadet quarters, right down the hallway. One of the guards should tell you which way to go. Do not exit on any of the other floors. There are people stationed there. When you don't show the proper credentials, they will turn you away. If you try to proceed anyhow, you will be disintegrated. Good luck."
I read that.
That's the warning on the paper.
She nods and watches you go.
Accidentally closed the door behind me.
What's the statue?
It looks like a statue of a tall human figure wielding an axe and armor, like almost in a heroic pose in the middle. He doesn't look familiar, but you assume maybe he's someone of importance around here.
What's it made out of?
Looks like it's made out of just some stained concrete.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I
No
forgot where to
precious
go.
metals, right?
No precious metals.
Oh, go ask the guard.
Well, we want to go get our welcome packs first, probably.
Yeah, admin. We're going to admin.
Admin.
All right, where's that?
We should probably ask a guard.
You approach what looks like a woman standing guard in the hallway here. And she looks over at you but says nothing.
Excuse me,
I-
miss.
Hmm.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I immediately push past Sal and just kind of like stand over her and say, and she hears in her head, "Excuse me."
She
Don't
looks.
actually see my.
She looks up at you, but it looks like she's not showing any emotion. Very stoic. She just stares at you.
That's fine. I don't show any emotion either. I just have murder stare.
Murder.
Murder stare. Where is the administration office?
You'll
that
find the
where we're-
administration 4 floors down the spiral staircase behind me. I recommend you stick to only that path.
Thank you. And then I just go.
I thought he said 2, but I could be wrong.
I thought so too.
You were told 2. Well, you were told 2 if you're going to the cadet quarters.
Yeah.
Oh.
I go down.
All right, all going
Yeah,
down?
I want to go down to admin.
Okay.
Admin.
We head down a few flights of stairs to the admin quarters.
I'll
Let me
do
add your
exactly
tokens
what
in.
they say. I don't even look around.
I kind of want to get disintegrated.
Straight to point A to point B, baby.
Straight to jail.
I don't know if they can really do it.
That's a cat.
As you come down to this floor, you see another guard. It looks like a cat. Oh, here, if you want to see what they actually look like, I could show you.
Yeah.
That's a cat.
This is the bell.
Meow.
Is that midnight? Is that our cat?
Is it
More
midnight?
specifically, it's a tabaxi. She looks over at you and just gives a smile. New cadets, I presume?
New cadets.
We are here for our welcome pack.
She motions past herself to what looks like another Thry-Kreen behind a desk. Just constantly moving papers around and organizing.
I just start pushing past everybody and just walk
Yeah. You seem like the type.
Okay, you approach the Thry-Kreen. It looks like she's very busy right now as she's sorting. And it looks like she has... she's actually speaking out loud, which catches you a little bit by surprise, I suppose, Pakcha, as you don't speak out loud at all, do you? It's all been telepathically. Am I right on that, or am I wrong?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry.
She's speaking out loud, and she says, Academy accounts payable, Sorkor speaking, please hold, and looks up at you all and says, yes, how may I help you? Looks like this.
I'm gonna take out the piece of paper and say that we're new recruits. We're here for the welcome package.
Yes, just a moment. And you see her put two fingers, or two elongated claws, I don't know what to call them, onto the side of her face, and just tilts her head down for a moment. And after about 3 seconds, looks back up at you and says, your supply kits will be here soon. Please hold. And she motions over to these seats to the north.
Eep.
Okay.
So I'll sit down on a seat. This one.
I'm very curious as to how she has lips. It's interesting to me. I don't say anything, I just stare.
Okay.
I'm just staring at her lips the whole time.
You all have a couple minutes to yourselves now if there's anything you want to talk about, or we could just have a little bit of time go by and your kits will appear, maybe.
I approach the tabaxi and I pull out a new hat. That looks like a little, like, I don't know how to describe this, like beach hat. And I go up to the tabaxi. Hey, what's up, bruh?
She looks over at you and says, yes, can I help you?
Hey, I'm like, new here, and I'm just like trying to, meet some people and like see what's up.
All right. Well, nice to meet you. Whoever you are, I am Bite.
Your Bite? That's a ferocious name. I like it, kind of sharp. I'm Scooter T. Lee. Nice to meet you.
She looks down at you. Do you have arms and hands right now?
Yeah, I have an arm like that extends out from my body, and a hand.
She reaches out to kind of grasp it and says, nice to meet you, and shakes it.
So, what do you do here?
I stand guard to make sure that people who aren't supposed to be here aren't here.
Oh, nice. Like people that don't have credentials?
Precisely. I believe with the kits you're getting, you'll receive a map as well as a breakdown of the ranking system here. You travel around without the proper credentials, you may get accosted.
Like what happens when you get accosted?
She smiles and looks at you for a moment and says, well, two things. One, you get told to return back to your cadet quarters if you're supposed to be here. Or two, you disappear.
Disappear. That's wild. Like, do you know where to?
Some afterlife, I suppose.
Man, that's killer. Yeah, get it? Killer. You were also saying something about rankings. What's my ranking?
Nothing right now until you receive your kit.
How many rankings are there?
She smiles politely again and says, once you receive your kit, refer to the map of the facility, and it will tell you. Oh, I suppose it won't tell you about ours, though. And she pats her chest, where you see a black pin on her uniform. These rankings aren't really part of the academy, I suppose, but guards receive the black pin.
Nice. So you're a guard. Yeah, that's what you said. You probably get paid well, right? You get sick benefits.
Do not wish to discuss this.
No worries, man. I know that's like personal information, but we gotta talk about stuff eventually if you ever want to get paid more if you catch my drift. Nah, I'm just kidding. It's personal. We just met. Well, Miss Bite or Mr. Bite, it's nice to meet you. Or Guard Bite. Yeah, that's what I'll call you. Guard Bite. I'll catch you later.
She nods at you.
I walk back over to you guys and I put the hat into my belly and it disappears.
Is anyone else doing anything or just kind of chilling?
Just chilling.
Okay.
I just walk over and stand.
And it's about
I'm
this
sitting
time.
just quietly beeping to myself.
Another character in a black uniform walks up, and it looks like they have 4 packs, 2 slung over each shoulder, as he splays them out on the table in front of Sorker, the Thrycreen that spoke to you earlier. He looks at all of you, does a quick nod, and then turns and heads back. Sorker calls you all over and says, "These are your recruitment packs."
We go with her.
I just turn around.
There are 4 packs laid out on the table. She doesn't seem to motion
Okay.
specifically to one or the other for any of you.
I'm just gonna grab the one that's closest to me.
I will also just grab one.
I'm gonna wait and see which ones they grab and then go from there.
I guess I just grabbed the one that's closest to me. I kind of look at it confused.
I open it and look inside.
Okay. When you open the pack and look inside, Robot, you can see inside of it is a red level cadet uniform along with a red pin and another uniform as well. So there's 2 red uniforms in there. Toiletry bag, requisition voucher. It looks like it's good for 50 gold to spend at the Academy stores. And there's also a blue level helmet inside, or a blue helmet. Kind of like a flight cap.
I take
you
the
just-
requisition voucher
just real
and put that in my storage unit and the map.
Yeah, there's a
And the
rolled map
pin.
in there as well.
Yeah, I take the map, the requisition voucher, I put that all in my storage pocket and the pin. I'll try to take the pin and like
His
fasten it
storage
somewhere
pocket,
visible on like my beard or see if like I can like
Magnetize it there.
I don't know. I'll get it. I'll get it. to stick somehow.
Electromagnetism.
And then the rest, I'll put the rest of the bag back on the table. I don't use clothes or toiletries.
Sure. Everyone else, whoever opens their bag will find the same exact items as well.
Does it have our personal stuff in it too, or
No.
okay?
I'm gonna open my bag. I'm gonna
Just grab
put
a
the
bag
I'm gonna put that pin like the same area that Bite had it.
Sure. Sorker actually speaks up when she sees some of you grabbing these pins and putting them on and says, "To represent your security level, you must have the pin at all times on you, or the uniform. You don't have to have both. Some people prefer just the pin. Some people like the look of the uniform itself to blend in better. But it's your choice. The blue cap will be worn only to go through blue security, which is the very top of the spire here. Do not wear it unless you're going up there for a purpose."
I'll reach back into the bag, take the hat, and take that too.
Yeah. I immediately put the uniform over whatever I'm wearing and put the pin on. I'm like, "Yes, ma'am."
Okay.
Also, I
Alright.
inspect her to see what color pin she has.
You can see a purple pin pinned to her chest, as well as a purple uniform she's wearing.
I watch Robot and Sal put their pins on, and I kind of look down at like my exoskeleton, I guess, and try and like attach it to myself. Is there a way that I can like stick the pin into my hard skin?
We'll say you could stick it on you, so like some adhesive or something. You just kind of attach it onto your carapace.
It's just a piece of duct tape.
You're drippy.
Drippy.
I go up there and ask her, "What color? What? You have a purple pin. What does that represent?"
Do you have your map on you? And she holds her hand out.
"Oh yeah," and I pull it out.
She takes it from you and furls it out in front of her, and this is what you see.
Ooh.
Glancing at the map, you can see the spire you're inside of, as well as brief layouts of the rooms, but she points down at the bottom left corner of it, and then says, "There are 5 security levels that you need to be aware of. The guard one's not so important, but typically green is for visitors, red is for cadets, blue is our sailors and pilots, purple is officers, like me, and then the bridge crew, highest ranking here, under Mert, of course."
Are we allowed to have visitors?
The Academy receives visitors for various reasons. Polite donors, business associates, so on.
What about friends of cadets? Or familiars, some people might say.
Friends, if warranted and gone through the proper channels maybe? Familiars, you're talking spells, yes?
Yes, let me show you. And I cast Find Familiar. And let me actually post it. And a skeleton boy shows up.
Sure. You cast Find Familiar, and a little skeleton boy does show up right behind you.
He's so cute.
She looks over at it and says,
It also has a sombrero.
"If this is yours, it is fine. There are many much stranger things, anyhow, that are around here."
Yeah, that's Jefferson. Does he need a pin or anything too? Because sometimes, if he has to go use the bathroom or something, I can't be bringing him. You know what I'm saying?
As long as it is with you, it is fine, but it will not receive a pen, as it is not considered a recruit. Merely a spell of your creation, yes?
Yeah, I suppose. Sorry. What about a uniform or like a little thing for his hat? They look cute.
Same predicament. Not recruits, no equipments.
No worry, Jefferson. If I find some extra material, I'll make you like a little cloak or something to match us. Or a bandana. And he kind of just smiles.
Okay. While you guys are having this conversation, two strange-looking glowing fish actually phase through this wall right here and go out into the open. They're just passing through the room, as Sorker is just staring at you, Slick, politely.
Stare at the fish.
Well, if that is our weapon pack, we should probably go to get weaponry from Mr. Blip in the stores.
The stores. It is one level up from where you came.
Was that next on our list?
It could be.
If you tell me you pull out your list and look at it, I'll pull it up. Otherwise, I'll just leave it to you.
Oh, yeah, we should go in order, right? The next thing on the list is we should go to the cadet quarter is the next task on the list. We should go get our bunk assignment.
Quick sidebar. Jamie, is there any way you could send us these photos out of game so we can pull them up on the side of our computer and whatnot?
I can.
Cool. Just for next time.
Sure.
Cool.
I took a snip of the list. I mean, I'm a robot. I just memorized it. I have a photographic memory.
Bunks.
As a moment passes, Sorker actually goes
Yes,
back
okay.
to talking to someone on some device she has attached to her, continuing to talk about some sort of account or balancing an account that's overdue.
I'm listening to that conversation quietly.
She only talks for a brief moment until she pauses and looks back up at you, says hold again, and says, "Was there something else you needed?"
Oh, the bunk quarters? Where were those again?
One floor up, right behind you.
Okay, thank you.
Oh,
Beat.
apologies. 2 floors up.
2 floors beat.
Beep.
He just started walking.
I'm like looking at my uniform and I'm like very happy.
All of
I
you,
go up
Looking pretty official there.
2 floors exactly, as I was told.
Are all of you going up 2 floors?
Yep.
Yeah.
I do
Okay.
walk by Bite and I point at my pin and give her like a thumbs up.
She tilts her head and smiles at you, kind of like, happy cat face, while nodding her head. You all head to
I
the
think I got a chance.
spiral
I think
staircase
so.
and start to head up 2 flights. But before we get there, we are going to take a quick break. Give us 10 minutes. We will be right back. And we are back. Alright. I do believe you guys said you were heading upstairs to the cadet quarters, is that correct?
To the cadet
Yeah.
quarters.
Okay.
Oh,
March your way up there. Immediately
This
when
is
you
a
get,
pretty nice academy.
you see a guard almost right off the steps with his hands behind his back. He looks over at you with a stern look and holds up one hand and starts. Looks like he's giving all of you an ocular pat down.
I give him an ocular pat down right back.
I just wave at him and point at my pin.
After just a brief moment, he says, "All clear. Go ahead."
Okay.
Thank you.
You start marching down the hallway, and I don't know if you guys know where to go, but you're free to go wherever.
Oh, I turn around. Where's the cadet corridor?
Continue down the hole. It's right past the other guard.
Thank you.
As soon as he says that, I start pushing past. Walking briskly. Sorry.
Another guard sees you all
Calm down,
approach.
Baksha. We're all going to the same spot.
He gives you a
Who's
quick
Baka?
nod.
Aksha.
Hey,
Oh,
quick question, Mr. Guard. Were you a cadet once?
Never been a cadet here before.
Nice. So you just been a guard here only?
Yep. And it looks like he's just slightly annoyed as he looks away from you.
Ah. Cool. Well, thank you for protecting us. This is Jefferson, by the way. Sometimes he might need to use the bathroom, so if you see him by himself, don't worry about it. I got my eyes on him too.
Okay. This is the Paksha, this guy is about as tall as you, that Slick is talking to right now. Just so you guys can see what you're looking at.
He's a
He's
big
like 8 feet
man.
tall.
A lot of you
Oh,
will be
he's
uh,
bulk.
familiar
I'm a
with
big
a
boy.
person like this as a Goliath, if you've heard of that race before.
I stand a little bit straighter. Like, before I was hunching over a little bit, I stand a little bit straighter.
He looks like a mass cultivator.
He's probably on creatine.
He's got gains.
He,
Yes.
HGH.
he asks all of you, new recruits, I'm guessing, right?
How'd you know?
Yeah.
Because I haven't seen you before. And realm space folk are normally uncommon around here. And he motions past you down this corridor and says, Officer Golan will take care of you.
Cool.
Thank
I
you.
stop and stare at this creature that we're walking up to.
The creature you're walking up to is a few of you would be a bit more familiar with. You would know this as a gif, which is like a kind of a hippopotamus, musket wielding, fancy folk.
I wish
Yeah, I don't
was
really
one.
say much. I just stare him down like he looks
Face it, though.
delicious. He looks delicious. I'm drooling a little bit.
The cameras are messing up again. Whoops, sorry. Actually, let me fix this real quick. I think I can take care of this because the cameras keep kind of glitching a little bit. This. See if that
I don't
fixed
even bother wiping the drool, by the way. I just let it go.
it. Are you just drooling?
Dribbling.
Yeah, no, I'm looking at him like he's a meal.
You nasty.
Hungry.
Well, Officer Golan looks at all of you and says, "Oh, new recruits, eh?
Aye, new recruits.
Oh, step
He hears
forward."
it.
Ross.
Yes.
He seems to have a
Big.
checklist in front of him as he looks down at it and says, "All right, names then."
I am robot. Beep.
Nope.
Let's see, robots. Aye. And he puts looks like he marks something on his checklist. And the rest of you?
Pakcha.
Yeah, aye.
He hears it in his head, by the way.
Salazar Saltwind.
He looks up at you for a moment, Pakcha, and like he pauses And then it looks like he has a mode of recognition and just starts nodding. Then looks back over to Sal. Says, Salazar, Saltwind, I. And you? He looks at you, Slick.
Slick D. Ross, sir. And next to me is Jefferson, and Jefferson's also going like this.
Slick D. Ross, I, and Jefferson. Well, don't have a Jefferson here. Is that your pet?
Some people say familiar, but he's like my best friend. And also, he needs a uniform. They said they didn't have one in his size. They asked me to ask around to see if I can get one for him.
No, we'll just go ahead and get to your quarters inside, I suppose. You have, let me see here. Pakcha, have you marked as Bunk A, Robot Bunk B, Salazar Saltwin, your Bunk C, and Slick is Bunk D. The beds are marked on their base. Please. And he motions to the door next to him.
I stare at him for a little bit longer and wait for everybody else to walk.
As we're walking, Jefferson's just going like this the whole time.
I don't take my eyes off of him as I literally, like, my head's just... as, like, I strafe walk around him.
He feels these eyes on him and looks up at you and kind of gives like a half polite, like awkward, like smile at you, and then then he starts pretending like he's going over something on his checklist when you can see he's just looking at a bunch of names that are already there.
Go in the door, sir.
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to fix my headset or my earphones.
I will go through the door. I'm stuck.
Beep boop. Stuck.
yeah, beep boop. I am stuck.
Oh, I lost.
Oh, no. Jefferson.
I lost Jefferson.
Get Jefferson. Bring him with you. Don't let him get lost.
Are you able to split him
What?
up real quick, Jamie?
Press
kind of
escape and
architect made
just click
diagonal
Jefferson,
doors?
and you should be able to move him.
Oh, there we go.
So, entering this area, let me tell you what you guys see. This looks like your standard dormitory you would expect in a barracks or a class, school or whatnot. Looks like in front of every bed is a footlocker where you could store your items. In the back, you see two other doors. You're not quite sure what they are, but you would expect maybe facilities like bathing or a restroom and maybe a more storage of some sort. It looks like there's a few other cadets already in here right now, sorting their things. As you glance around, looking for any type of indication of what bunk is what, you can see Bunk A resides here, B here, C here, and D here.
I see all these scribbles and runes on these bunks.
Aksha, your bed is this one right here.
Thank you.
Sal, as you approach Bunk C, an elven woman actually approaches you, and as you're going to go set your pack down on this bed, or even sit or go near it, she throws her pack onto the bed before you and looks over you and says, "Change of plans, newbie. This is going to be my bunk. You could tell the officer you'll take that one," and she motions behind her. Right over
I
here.
don't want that bunk. I want the one that was assigned to me.
Well, I'm afraid that's too bad. I recommend you tell him you changed your mind. And a few other cadets
But I don't want to change my mind.
walk over as well. They look a little, I wouldn't say intimidating, but they definitely don't look friendly as they march up to you.
I don't say anything. I just stare and come walk right behind Sal.
Our ally is being
Stand up to
threatened.
my full height. I don't say anything. I just stare at them like they're food.
Look, you can tell Golan that
Especially this one.
you changed your mind and you're swapping with Vina, or we're going to have a problem.
Start to drool a little bit.
It looks like they're sizing you up right now.
Well, we might have a problem because I didn't even choose this bunk. It was assigned to me.
She just stares at you for a moment. Are you trying to convince her or anything, or what are you trying to do, Sal? Are you just using logic on her?
Can I intimidate? Like, I'm trying to look super intimidating. Can I help Sal out that way?
How tall are you?
That's a good question. I'm medium sized.
Dude, he's a little short king. It's fine compared to me.
Yeah, I'm a short king.
Everybody's a little
compared to
short
me,
king.
I'm small.
Yeah, you come
Alright,
up to my fucking knee.
Oh. Well, I have 6'1" written on
Okay.
my background thing,
That's
but
fine. Then my hand just kind of comes up to your hip and just I'm supporting you.
She looks
Okay.
about maybe about 5'9". She looks like this. And that didn't mess my cameras up that time, right? Yeah, excellent.
I'm smitten.
So she Sal, she asks you again, so you're not going to tell him that you wish to trade spots?
I wasn't planning on it.
Pakcha, go ahead and make an intimidation check.
Oh wait, Paksha's one of me.
So she's the one who said she wanted to intimidate.
Guidance.
Oh, do I get guidance?
Yeah, I move my hand over to Sal's hip and I have it on your leg or whatever.
So I have bad news. I'm not very good at intimidation.
That's okay. You get a D4.
Oh, and add a D4 to it? Hold on.
Yeah.
I get it. Quit! Sorry, my cat's,
S is for somatic,
Did it roll?
right?
I think you did, and you got a 11? Is that right?
No.
So what?
I got a 12.
Oh,
Put some respect on my name. Alright? I got a 12.
Vina,
I just look like I'm really hungry. I hadn't eaten in a long time, guys.
Vina puts her hands to one another and starts cracking her knuckles and says, "Oh, we always have to show the new ones who's in charge. And I'm gonna need all of you to roll initiative."
I want to eat her. I mean, teach her a lesson.
None of you have any weaponry, but neither do they, it looks like.
I don't need weapons. I got my
I guess
fist.
there's a reason why the cadet quarters is second on the list and not after the weapon shop. Be a lot less cadets running around. Bandits. Damn, they roll pretty good initiative.
They're bandits?
No, it shouldn't show as bandit. I think I just forgot to change the name, but it's something else.
Oh,
I do see their pictures, so I know.
cadets.
Okay, I guess I guess we're scrapping.
We're fucking going, man.
We don't take well to bullies around these parts.
Dude, episode 1. Scrap.
First up is a all of you first take a combat stance, right? So all of you are fighting right now.
Oh, yeah.
I pulled his hat
Yeah.
out.
Okay.
I have a straw hat on my head now.
I'm ready to go. Wait, how do you... Never mind. I figured it out.
Can I roll initiative for Jefferson?
I had to take off my weapons. Sorry.
He goes on your
Yeah.
turn.
He's not gonna fight.
He's not gonna fight.
What, Paksha,
He's not allowed to.
what did you roll? I don't have you on here.
Oh, I think it... hold on.
Those
I
are-
rolled
She rolled a
14.
14.
Got it. Okay, first up is this elf-looking fellow walks up to you, Slick, and cocks his right fist and goes to punch you.
Ah!
Paksha, don't you mean Paksha?
Kind of looks like Elrond from the Lord of
He
the
misses.
Rings of Power.
He completely whiffs Slick as he tries to sock you. Salazar, you're up.
I'm gonna try and push the little elf lady over.
Okay, go ahead
Try
and
push.
go ahead and make
Yeah, I'm
an
just gonna
attack.
push her over.
Let's see. It's your proficiency plus your strength.
Unarmed?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, you grapple onto her very briefly, but she's a bit more sturdy than she looks as she just shoves you off of her.
All right.
Cat cam.
I think that's gonna end my turn.
Okay. After you try to shove her down, she's immediately going to follow up with her fist. Aim right at you.
Fist of Fury.
Does a 13 hit you?
Put the
No.
deuce.
Everybody's throwing hands, but no one's landing them right now. As she whips as well. Pakcha.
1, 2. I wish to try and grapple her. How do I do that?
You would just make an attack roll, and if you hit, it will grapple instead of do damage.
So just an unarmed strike?
Yes,
Is that right?
that's right. I guess I should have us on the other screen here because we're fighting right now. That is
I want
going
to tickle her
to...
with my little arms.
That's gonna hit. You grab onto her with your arms, and
My big arms.
are currently grappling her. As she starts saying, "Let me go, you monster!"
I just look down. I don't say anything. I look down at her and I just drool on her a little bit. And that ends my turn.
You're gross.
All right.
I want to look very intimidating, like I'm about to take a bite.
Okay.
I'm going for it. Anyways, I just wanted to grapple her. That's all. We're good.
Okay.
You can go.
Next up is another cadet. This fella here is going to try to throw hands at you again, Slick. So you're in his face.
Okay.
But he's gonna miss as well. Doesn't look like these guys are too combat trained. Robot.
All right. I'm gonna cast Bless on my 3 allies.
Papa bless.
He did pop a bless.
So you each get.
Papa bless.
Is there a way to like mark concentration on my character icon or no? I just
I
have
think
to
so.
remember I'm concentrating.
Let me see. Yeah, concentrating. The brain, the head.
Oh, I don't see how you. I don't know if I can do that, but so all 3 of you have 1d4 on your attack roll or save. And my bonus action will be to do nothing. I'm done. I'm gonna stand right there too.
I'm gonna fix up his camera.
I'm
So all right, you done with your turn?
That is the end of my turn.
Okay.
I'm panic beeping.
Beep.
I think next up is one more of these cadets, and this one, this tiefling-looking lady is going to try and knock your arms to where it lets Vina loose. So she's gonna make an attack just to try and free your friend and not do damage.
We get a heroic inspiration because we got cats, right?
Oh
That's how it
yeah,
works.
I'm inspired.
She grabs hold of one of your arms and tries to loosen your grip, but you don't even budge. She's just let go of her and just trying to pull you, Pakcha, but she can't. She's just failing.
Strong bug.
Yeah, suck it.
Split.
Does Eldritch Blast work where if I'm right next to them, I get disadvantage because it's a ranged spell?
Yes.
Rats. No worries, squad. Gorilla D. Ross is here. And if anyone attacks my friends, I attack them. As the cat runs away because I'm my high-pitched voice. Here we go. Dum dum boom! As I cock my arm back and I throw my fist out as Eldritch Blast goes towards the lady in the back.
Okay, make an attack roll with disadvantage.
No, she's in the back.
You are engaged in melee combat right now with 2 people, so if you're making a spell attack with something in your face, you have disadvantage by
Rats.
default.
You're right. Damn it!
Roll
Oh.
D4. Roll D4. I don't know if that'll matter. Roll D4.
Ah!
Nice.
Nice. Skeleton has said roll 1D4.
Oh,
Go!
Okay, you fire this blast. It just slams against the wall, and as soon as that happens, a lot of the cadets look at it with like a very just a heavily concerned expression, looking your way, and you hear a voice from out in the hallway call out, "What the hell's going on in here?" As the GIF runs into the room with a now weapon drawn. Immediately, he sees Paksha gripping one of the cadets and sees Slick reeling from firing a spell and shouts over to you, Paksha, "Drop her at once!"
I let her go.
Okay, immediately when you drop her, they all back off, mostly looking over towards Paksha and Slick, and then flee the room. I'm just gonna have them kind of unit out.
But what about your bed?
We're gonna go ahead and
I-
end initiative.
My bed now.
Initiative?
I say in everyone's mind,
Oh, and initiative.
They tried to steal our clutchmate's bed.
What do you think you were doing? Were those spells and accosting students or cadets?
Jefferson is going like this and just saluted him.
They threw the first punch.
They were the aggressors.
I was just trying to scare them because they were approaching my team and no one goes after my team.
If they attacked you first, did they use weapons? I heard a spell go off.
That was my spell because I was just trying to spook them. I missed on purpose.
He looks over at you with a very intense glare, Slick, and says, "If it comes to fists, then you can talk to one of us and we can solve it. Or you can use your own fists if necessary. But using deadly magical weapons against cadets and others is forbidden. If I catch any of you doing as such, I'll turn you to the guard myself."
Aye,
He takes out his clipboard again, and you see him scribble something while looking up at all of you again, and then turn around and say, "Do not let me catch you in trouble again," and starts marching out of the room. You hear the door slam, too, when he leaves.
Whoa.
There is
Guys,
another
I was-
cadet in the room, a taller man, across. She's just been silently watching this whole time.
Guys, that was totally my bad. I was aiming to kill. I fucked up. Sorry. Won't happen again.
you hear in your
Jefferson's just
head.
going like this.
You hear in your head.
Aim better next time.
They started it.
Bunk C. I'm gonna take my pack and I'm gonna put it on the bed. And I want to look inside the footlocker, see if there's anything in there.
The footlocker is empty.
I'll take my pack and I'll put it in the footlocker.
Okay, you store your goods in the locker.
And now I'm gonna sit down on the bed.
I'm also gonna look in my box. I'm gonna look in all these boxes actually. You wanna see any of them open?
He's just gonna look at all of them. That's great.
Is this one open?
All the other bunks that look like they've been used or whatnot, they are locked. The little chests.
Okay.
I take out my pack and dump everything on the bed.
As you do that, you see the man that was across the room approaching you. He looks like this. And he says, "Looks like Vina and her little gang were giving you some trouble there."
I kind of look him up and down and just stare at him.
Not really.
They were trying to be bullies though.
He lets out a sigh and says, I've only known them for a few weeks, but they seem the type to test others and come to this quite quickly. You did well for yourselves. Name's Horace, by the way.
Then we passed.
Horace?
He looks to
Horace.
Robot and nods.
Nice to meet you, Horace. I am Robot.
Well met, Robot.
I just like wave my hand. I'll say, my name's Sal, Bunk C. Mine.
And I'm Slick.
Well met.
Who was that lady that was attacking us?
That was Vina, Moon Elf, if I'm not mistaken. A lot of more bark than bite in most cases.
They really wanted to steal an assigned bed.
Well, she does have the most annoying spot, and he motions next to you, Rick, actually, right there, and then says, her bed's the closest to the washroom, which people enter in and out of, so it's the noisiest section of the dorm.
Jefferson
Why not
starts
just-
to drop it on her bed.
Well, why wouldn't she have taken this bed when it was empty?
Like I said, if I had to guess, she was just testing you, like she's done other recruits. This might sound weird, but try not to hold it against her and the others. Yanya, Kanal, and Jonathan aren't really terrible people.
I do not require sleep. They can simply have mine.
Are you saying that telepathically to him?
Yes.
He looks over at you, and he looks a bit, even though he looks like stern, kind of like tougher gentleman, he looks a bit wide-eyed looking over to you, and just doesn't say anything, though, and then just looks back to the rest of you.
I can do it too. I look at him and I open my mouth and a screech comes out as I talk telepathically to him. See,
Oh.
I can do it too.
Well, if you
It's not. Never mind.
have
I just
any...
give you like a little pat.
He just kind of backs away. I'll help you out if you need. I'm bunked over here, so I'll see you around, I suppose.
Thank
Where's your
you.
crewmates.
He heads back to his storage box, and looks like he's just shuffling through it.
I think I scared him off.
I leaned over at Jefferson. I wonder if he has gold in his storage thing.
Just imagine.
I already checked the
Mouth
others.
just-
They were locked.
Just drops down. Your jaw just drops.
Oh, they were locked, you said?
I checked some of them and they were locked, so.
Jefferson, give it a try. Jefferson's gonna walk over to the storage and try opening it up.
Isn't that your bed?
No, this one.
As your
Oh.
familiar goes over to that chest, tries to open it up, Horace looks over and kind of calls over and says, I wouldn't recommend trying to go through other stuff. Just a friendly piece of advice. And then goes back to minding his own business.
Jefferson, what are you doing?
The warning on the back of the paper did warn of extreme theft.
As I
Speaking
go
of,
over and I pretend to slap Jefferson.
Hey, fake slap him.
well, should we?
I want to do this just for fun.
Should we also now go to the next task,
Slap
or
Jefferson?
are
Oh.
we supposed to sleep? We're supposed to go to do the next orientation task.
What was the next task? Robot?
All cadets report to Skydock for spelljamming ship inspection. Beep.
Okay, beep.
Why'd you beep at me?
It was a confirmation beep.
Oh, I respect that. Thank you.
Alright, spelljamming ship inspection to the
We should go
Skydock.
we should go ask a guard where to go again. Maybe not the GIF. GIF?
GIFF.
Maybe
Hey,
not the
Horace,
GIF.
how do
She
we
was
get to the
upset.
Skydock?
The skydocks are at the very top of the spiral staircase. You guys probably came in from the north, right?
North is correct.
Yeah.
Just head back to that staircase and keep going up. Oh, and
Thank you.
don't forget to wear your clearance there, too. They're pretty strict with the dock.
Was the sky dock? That was blue, right?
Correct.
Was it?
All right, I'm gonna go back to my chest and take out my my blue helmet, slap that on my bad head.
Okay.
I'm also gonna put that on my head, I guess, too. Yes.
You equip up your blue cap, your sky
My
caps.
blue cap.
Jefferson, the blue cap, please. And he puts it on my head.
All right, cadets.
I just grabbed mine.
All right.
Okay, I lead.
You all stand in the middle of the room. Yeah, you can go wherever. You're free to move however you want.
Where are you going?
I'm going this. I'm going around
On
this.
the robot.
Hey guys, do you think we're actually in trouble? I feel bad.
We have already received one strike. We should not receive another.
All right, so no more spells and cadets. Got that, Jefferson? And he's just saluting me.
And we shouldn't try to steal, unfortunately.
Yeah, Jefferson, no stealing.
I mean, not unfortunately. It's bad. Beep.
Beep.
As we walk by the guard. Hey, Mr. Guard, what's your name?
He looks over to you and says, "Zog."
Guard Sog, were you a cadet once?
No,
How'd you become a guard?
I was hired.
You're like an agency or like a connection?
More wanted board from Chote.
Ah, cool. Well, thank you for protecting us. And I salute him, and so does Jefferson.
He just kind of stares at you. He doesn't even nod. It looks like he's studying you. You guys heading up?
Yeah.
But we go. These stairs go up.
All the way to the top.
I'm gonna grab hold of you. You go round and round these steps until finally they stop spiraling and they become a straight line once you reach the tippy top of this place. Let me get y'all up here real quick.
Level 4 cadet. I wish I was a level 4 cadet. I'm just a level 1 cadet.
What's a level 4 cadet?
The 4 we're on.
Once you get up here, you can see that there's a slight stone wall behind you, but you can see out there's just ocean. You seem to be out in the middle of an island off the coast of some distant continent.
I still see level 4.
Yeah, we're still on level 4, Jim.
Oh, there we
Oh, now
go.
it's on.
Immediately when you come up these stairs, you can see is a large parked ship right in front of you with its legs extending and attached to the stone cliff walls to your sides, as well as a smaller ship very familiar to the one you came in on, or a shrike.
Oh, it's a
Endurance?
dragonfly. Oh yeah.
Or is it just similar?
It looks similar. It doesn't look identical to the one you came in on.
So it's not the same. Just similar.
Well,
Well, I'm confused by this layout, to be honest.
So these ships are standing, essentially. One of them's docked on just a small line down here. You can walk under it, and the Dragonfly one has an underside you can walk under. I don't have it to where your tokens can actually go under it, so it look like you're going across it. But
Okay.
you can just go over it. But you're technically going under it.
I guess we just walk forward until we find somebody that looks like they got a pin.
You see
Or
two
is it someone?
smaller folk to the south, actually. Looks like they're inspecting the Shrike ship right now. Looks like
Oh,
two halflings.
I see them and walk over. Greetings, kid. Yeah, greetings.
What kind of pins do they have?
Yeah, I'll look. Do they have pins as well? Do I see any?
They both turn to look at you, and the male halfling starts speaking. It looks like they're wearing blue pens as well as blue uniforms. And one speaks up and says, "Oh, hello everyone. I'm Kip." And the woman next to him says, "And I'm Pick." And then Kip says, and I'm just going to go back and forth now, "And I suppose you're here to inspect the ships, right?"
We are new cadets here for the spelljamming ship inspection. Beep. But I came over to see if you two needed any assistance. What are you two doing?
Pick turns around and looks back up at the ship and says, "Checking for cracks, nooks, crannies, damage." And in the middle of him talking, Pick turns around and says, "Or anything else that could be wrong with this thing?"
Ooh, you have
Oh.
a blue pin. What does that mean?
It means that we're both sailors, capable of flying.
Hey, were you cadets once too?
At one point, we were both cadets. They seem to be
So I could-
completing each other's sentences every time they talk.
So I could be a sailor too if I work hard enough and I look over at Jefferson who's saluting them.
It's just all he does in the background. is just salute.
I guess you could. I don't recognize any of you, though, so I suppose that you're all here for orientation, so you have to go over the ship too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we are here for orientation.
Both of the halflings look at each other and give a nod. And then, I'm getting messed up their names. Kip will say, "All right, follow me." And he starts walking around the side of the ship, which Pick quickly follows him. Oh,
I also quickly follow.
didn't mean to grab the
I'll
ship.
follow.
Are you guys related?
We're brother and sister.
Heck
got-
yeah, twins.
They go to the backside of the ship, which is docked very low, maybe like a foot up and then another foot up step, and they climb on board the vessel. Oop, let me grab both of them.
Beep, bap.
I
I can't-
drag y'all on. I got you.
Oh, no, you just have to go diagonal around the crossbow.
Here, there you go.
Ah,
Or ballista.
you don't need to pull.
Slick fell off the ship. All right, so as they get up there, they start pointing towards the weapons and the rails, the doors. They just start pointing out all parts of the ship, going over what each function utility is, even the most mundane stuff. They even talk about the planks on the ship and why they use planks to begin with. Some of it's really mundane and dumb. Some of it's really in depth, like the tautness of the crossbows and the capability of taking
I
down
made
the
it.
ships. But they, it's kind of like an information slam at all of you as they go over all the stuff on a Shrike ship.
My head is just kind of like going up and down periodically as I beep.
I interrupt them at one point and ask if they're twins.
Yes, how did you know?
You guys look very similar.
Oh, actually,
They look at each other and
Um,
shrug.
Your parents must be proud that you're sailors.
Well, of course. Why wouldn't they be?
Heck yeah. I give him a thumbs up as my arm slings out and forms a thumb.
I actually look like I know what I'm doing around the ship as I'm inspecting it. Like, I'm checking the sails, I'm checking all the ropes and stuff, making sure everything's secured, looking at the ballistas, making sure the drawstrings on those are good.
All of you make a perception check.
I'm just committing the information to memory.
Jefferson's following you around.
As best as I can,
Hotshot.
sort of thing. Perception, you said?
Perception.
Oh god.
These fucking dice, man.
I would like to use my build for success.
Jefferson's just following me, dude.
He's trying to
know
like
how to-
imitate like
I
what
don't know
you're
how to
doing
link
because he
though.
thinks like I think that you think you know what you're doing.
What do I see with my special eyes?
So I rolled a 12.
Okay. Pakcha, you're the only one who notices this. You seem to be inspecting the ship meticulously. When you go to the northern side of it, Something else catches your eyes. You see two figures over in the distance up here. I mean, you throw him in the rocks. Conversing, and it looks like some cargo was being offloaded. You can't see him, but there's a few other workers offloading from the Dragonfly ship. And you see what looks like a merchant-looking gentleman speaking with this hobgoblin-looking fellow. But what mainly concerns you is you see this merchant seems to slip a platinum piece like he's trying to hide it to the hobgoblin officer. And then return... actually, I got that backwards. The officer slipped a platinum, and the merchant takes out a small bottle that was concealed in his pocket, and it looks like he's handing it over. You can do whatever you want with that information. In the meantime, got the names again. It's Kip and Pick. Talk a little bit more about the ship, and then look at all of you, and finally, at the same breath, say, "So, any questions?"
Nope, I got that all.
Do you guys have any other siblings?
No, just us.
I describe what just happened in Robot's head between those guys and say,
Explain. What does it mean?
It sounds like they may be up to some also in my head, so everybody just randomly hears my DSL noise. It probably sounds like that they're up to some smuggling of some kind. Smuggling is a criminal activity where one bribes and sneaks illicit goods into an unknown or secure location.
it's just everybody just hears
They just hears
nothing, and then they just hear the fucking fax machine.
Actually, while that's happening, I'm glad you mentioned that. Kip and Pick immediately rush over to your robot, and they start just putting their hands on you, examining and studying, and saying, "Oh, is something wrong with this? We can fix it. We can take care of him."
Oh no, that is okay. That is just me communicating in another language.
Oh, you sounded like you had a broken voice box.
He's
No,
Thraxine.
in order to speak that language, that's just how my systems process that language.
They look a bit disappointed when you say that, like they were ready to take care of a problem, but then just back off.
Sorry,
No.
do you need any assistance? Is there a problem you need help with?
No, not really at the moment. We just inspecting these ships. We finished with Dragonfly and we were taking care of the Shrike. And the Shrike looks completely fine.
What ship do you fly?
Well, whatever we're assigned, really. Or whatever we have to fly, I suppose.
What's your favorite? Oh, sorry.
We more prefer working on the repairing side of ships than flying. Flying's okay, I
Oh.
guess. Flying is... yeah, like he said, it's okay.
Do you guys have any
Um,
girlfriends?
They both immediately just scoff when you say that, and in unison say, "Who has time for that?"
I feel that, and I get embarrassed, and I turn into a puddle.
It just becomes a puddle.
Does that complete our ship orientation task?
Oh, that's right. You're part of the orientation. I just need your names.
I am Robot.
He's not even writing anything down. He just nods at you and starts looking at the rest of you.
Salazar Saltwind.
Hakcha.
I emerge back up from my puddle, and I start saluting Slick D. Ross, sir, and madam. And Jefferson starts saluting them, too.
Got it. Well, Okay. Thanks for coming by. Hope this information helped. It'll definitely help.
It will help, I am sure. I reach out my hand to, I don't know, say goodbye. Handshake.
He looks down at you and looks like he's a bit confused, and looks back up at you and says, "You want to make a deal? What are you doing?"
Oh, never mind. I see humans do it sometimes.
Oh, that's right. He holds his hand out to you.
Okay, I'll reach out to it and I'll cast guidance on him.
After shaking your hand, he feels a bit more elated. Like he's ready to do some fixing. He says, "Oh, I have an idea." And he hops over the side of the ship to the ground and starts tinkering on something on the side. To which Kip sighs and says, "All right, I guess it's upgrade time. Goodbye, everybody."
Goodbye, thank you.
Bye.
And she just looks over the rail, down at him. They start communicating back and forth about what he's working on.
All right, guys. As Jefferson holds out the orientation task paper for me.
I'm also.
Next... Oh, you go.
Well, I was gonna say, once they walked away too, I was gonna divert my attention over to the distance to where Baksha mentioned the illicit activities happening, and see if I can see anything else going on.
You saw, only Paksha saw the actual deal, but you did see a hobgoblin walk back into this room here, which you can't tell really, but it looks like kind of a storeroom.
Okay, so I didn't really, there's nothing to see there. Alrighty.
So next it says Corp Cadets only. Are we Corp Cadets?
I am unsure.
Service weaponry from Mr. Blip.
I haven't received proper information deposits yet on what these cadet system is like.
I guess we could go there, and if we're not supposed to be there, then we go to the next one. Or maybe we could ask Kip and Pip.
Oh, the next... Wait, we want to go to the next orientation task?
Yeah, Corp Cadets.
Yeah.
Yeah. Service weaponry. Oh yeah, where we need to go, that's right. We don't know where to go.
Hey, Kip and Pick. Are we Corp Cadets or Spelljammer Cadets?
Kip ignores you completely, being on the side of the ship. Pick, still on top, turns and looks at you and says, "Well, you're Corps Cadets, of course. You're cadets, you're..." And she points at you, the red uniform you're specifically wearing. "That's what that is. A Corps Cadet."
What's a Spelljammer Cadet, then?
"I don't know. Did you make that up?"
No, it shows it on the Oriental task, and I showed over.
"A Spelljammer Cadet is just a cadet that has the ability to fly a Spelljammer. It's not really an official term."
Oh, so we have to do both of those, then?
"If I'm not mistaken, one of the tasks may involve attempting to use a spelljamming vessel. Normally you have to have some magical aptitude to even do that to begin with, but I have an orrery that lets everyone try."
Oh.
I want to
Alright.
try.
Let's go. I want to fly. What about you guys?
I want to fly.
Flying seems neat.
You want to skip the weapons and go fly first?
No.
Eh.
I want to see what goods they have for sale, but don't we have to do these in order?
We can't escape the ship.
Jump off the side. I'm like over here.
I can't get off.
I was able to get off this way.
We're trapped. This is the rest of the campaign.
The campaign is just on the skip. Oh, fucking
Did we have to do these tasks in order? I didn't catch the part.
I don't think so. But we did get in trouble earlier. Maybe we should.
That's a good point. We'll just get weapons real quick, and we have this 50 gold voucher. I'd like to.
Yeah, let's go there.
I want my 50 gold.
Where's Mr. Blip? I'm asking Kip and Pick.
Hip
Oh.
and flip.
When you say
Flip
that,
and flip.
Pick looks over you and perks up and says, "You're trying to go to the stores, it sounds like. That's on level 3. You're on level 9 right now." Also, you seem to recall having a map in your pack, if ever you want to look at it.
Yeah, but
More
it's like,
stairs.
But the map confuses me and scares me.
It's up to y'all.
some of us weren't DM'd the map yet.
I don't think any of us were DM'd the map.
Just ask to look at it.
No.
Okay.
Also, I actually didn't realize the map you gave us was actually a map because, to be honest, it just had the things laid out. I didn't realize it also had like 4 numbers and stuff.
Yeah, it has it all. You want to look at the map?
Yeah.
Let's just say I've committed it to memory.
I'm gonna snip it.
Did I get a yeah from Pactra?
Yeah, Paxton wants the map.
Oh, you get
Yeah,
some
let's
map.
Alright, I'll look at the map too.
Paxton's leading the way.
Thanks, guys. I want to look at the map.
I'm also gonna look at the. Oh, there's little lines there. I didn't see this.
You guys are here.
And wait,
Whoa.
which one?
We sure are.
Which one?
The very top.
Oh, Jesus. All the way up there? Oh, this is a lot of walking.
You got to go way down to here.
Oof.
Okay. Jamie's just gotta drag us to the next crate and it's easy.
That's technically accurate. So we going down them
Alright.
stairs till we hit the stores.
To the stores
Yes, sir, to the stores.
on the
Keep
3rd
up.
floor. And I saved the map, so I have it now.
Good idea.
I was still gonna
You-
ask people because it's nice to be sociable.
There you go. Yeah. Make friends and whatnot. All right,
Robert would memorize it.
you guys head down to the stores. And, let me take you there.
Down to Besitos Cafe.
You see a green lady standing guard at this spot. Looks like maybe an orc, half orc. She looks at all of you and holds up her hand for a moment to stop.
I
If
take
none,
this hat off.
if none of you say anything, she looks at all of your badges and uniforms briefly, and then lowers her hand and just gives a nod without saying a word.
I say, hello, Mrs. Guard. What's your name?
Shell, do you need something?
Do you like being a guard?
I do. I get to punish those who break the rules.
Yeah, we don't want any rule breaking in there. Thank you for your service, and I salute her, and so does Jefferson.
Do you get paid well?
I do.
That's good. This way to the stores?
We're unpaid.
Cadets are normally unpaid. She motions around the corner to the hallway, and it says, "The end of this lane, then take a right. All the way down. You'll find, I assume, Blip is why you're here?"
Yes.
Do
She
guards have their own corridors like the cadets do?
We have our own quarters. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah.
Yes.
What floor is it on?
Why do you ask? And she starts
I
to look
know
at you
not-
suspiciously.
So I know not to go there by mistake. I heard that if you go to the wrong place by mistake, you can get in trouble, and we're not trying to break any rules.
There are 1 to 2 guards posted at every entry and exit in this facility. If you're somewhere you're not supposed to be, we'll know, and we'll help you go to the right place.
Oh, awesome. Cool. You hear that, Jefferson? You can't get lost now. And he starts saluting.
You're coming from the Sky Docks, I assume, or have you headed there yet?
We're coming. You know what? Oh, you can go, or Sam.
That's correct.
In that case, remove your caps. Only wear them when you need them.
Remove her cap.
Yeah. Oh,
How do I do that?
You got mine off.
Right-click your token
Right-click
and the
your
little
token.
rainbow thing.
Oh.
Black, because of death.
Now you're a guard, you think?
Okay. Thank you.
I just wanted to be rainbowy.
Oh, well, that checks out.
I'm walking drunk through this hallway.
Drunk robot. Who's that guy?
Oh.
Can I eat him?
No.
Please don't answer that.
You see another man in a black uniform down the hallway.
Stop trying to eat things.
I think the green lady said to take a right.
She did.
Listen,
Oh. Stop
Meat
and
is
peek in
meat.
these rooms. What's going on in these rooms?
Glancing at the
I'm not
rooms as
like-
you pass by, it looks like this is an area where if you fancy yourself a crafter, you could work on some gear, do some repairs, do a little bit of alchemy. A lot of profession-based rooms.
What about this one also?
oh, he's so beautiful,
Thank you.
like Henry Cavill.
No, that's
That-
Fabio.
It's Fabio.
As you enter the main storeroom here, you can see that this room contains basic equipment, rations, and an extensive armory. You see another large door to the south, and also a auto gnome behind the counter of the storeroom itself.
I walk up to the auto gnome. Beep. Greetings.
He looks down towards you and says, "Well met. Good to meet you. I am Master Blip, and you are here for equipment, I take it."
Well met, Sir Blip. That is correct. We are here for new recruit orientation.
So rare to see another of my kind here. It is a pleasure. And he nods towards you.
Yes, it's rare indeed. I have not seen another one in many time, but good to see another. Bound beep. and now who's it at Rick?
Wow.
Having a hard
Oh.
time with that wig.
I guess
You
I
go,
take
you
out
go.
I take out
Good.
the voucher they gave me, and I was like, I was told this is 50 gold, correct?
50 gold of requisition. Whatever I have in stock, I'll give you 50 gold's worth for the slip. And the way this has worked, just so we can kind of, you don't have to do inventory management. Once you hand the slip, then you have full access to your weapons and the equipment you're supposed to actually have in that you already have in your inventory.
So you won't give me 50 gold for this?
No, it's for requisition within the stores. You should understand.
I will just take the goods then, and I'll hand over the voucher.
I'm going to hand over my voucher as well.
Everyone that hands him a voucher, he pulls out all of the equipment that you already have in your inventory, and now you just have access to your inventories, weapons included.
Okie dokie. Thank you for your assistance today. I
Thank
hope
you
to
for
see you
mine.
again. Is there better equipment also available for better standing recruits?
Just your typical swords, spears, axes, and armors. Nothing too fancy, I'm afraid. At least until you've proven yourself more.
Very good. Thank you for your assistance today. Beep.
A moment, if you don't mind.
Oh.
What
Of
was
course.
your name?
I am Robot.
Robot. That's... He looks away for a moment and just cocks his head in a robotic fashion, says, "A bit on the nose there, but... Do you...
I didn't assign myself a name.
Yes, that's what I wanted to ask. Do you know your creator?
I look around a little bit. I do.
He nods and says, "Good. Good. I meet many auto-gnomes who are not privy to this information. I myself, my creator I know was slain, but my memories of him, I can't even remember his face. It's like they were taken. It's odd. Just wondering if you had similar experiences, but it sounds like you're fine." And his metal lips go, and he cocks like a smile. You see some metal teeth under his mustache.
Oh, I am sorry to hear that, friend. I could not imagine the pain of not knowing my owner. That would be terrible. Or my creator.
That's what he looks like, just so y'all know.
Oh, I like that mustache.
That's a good mustache.
Compliments to your creator as well on the fine facial accoutrement. As I shrug my beard to his mustache.
So 3 of you handed over requisition slips. I assume Slick is standing in the back still. Maybe looking a little different.
Slick pulls out a red wig and a tiara and puts it on his head. And walks up to, are you Mr. Blip?
I am indeed.
I'm Ricky D. Nice to meet you. And I pull out you see like a arm come out of my body and give him a handshake.
Mr. Blip reaches out and shakes your hand tentacle.
Ooh, you're strong. Here's my voucher. And I pull it out of my body and give it to him.
As I'm watching this, you hear a sound as I emit a retching sound.
No. Sam, I'm not meeting you after this, man.
You see his eyes shift from a purple hue to green as they flicker just and change green while looking at you, Slick. And to which he says, a moment. And he takes your requisition slip and then sets out all the equipment you have in your inventory so you can now officially have it.
So, do you, like, manage all the inventory?
I manage the stores and answer questions when they arise. However, if you're looking for a quick answer, I'm probably not the best place to find it.
So, do you do uniform replacements as well?
I am quite the tailor, if I do say so myself, and his eyes shift to a pink hue. No.
So, my friend Jefferson doesn't have a uniform. Is there any way you could make one up for him?
He looks around and says, "Where is this friend?"
Jefferson pops up and starts saluting.
An undead, is it? A skeleton? And he walks down the counter a bit and leans on it.
I just want him to match me. It looks so good.
His eyes shift yellow, and he says, "This is a magic being. This is a familiar, is it not?" And he looks back towards you, Slick.
Yeah, it's a familiar, but wouldn't he look so good with just a little red handkerchief that would match me? So it looks like he has a little uniform.
I believe I can fashion one up for you.
That would be great. As my arm extends out and goes on his hand.
Yes, and he
Avoid it.
reaches his hand just shoots back immediately.
Good.
As his eyes turn let's see which one.
Don't touch me.
His eyes turn blue at this point. And then he says, "Come back either later today or tomorrow, and I will have something fashioned for it."
Thank you, Mr. Blip.
Yes, he turns around and starts organizing what looks like a few parchments and cloth back and forth. So he's really not changing anything.
I turn around to Pakcha, and I'm like, these men are so easy. And we walk away.
I don't say anything. I just stare at you.
There are a few other cadets in here. One looks to be examining some potions on a counter, and another one seems to be examining some crossbows and weaponry.
I wanted to go back up to Blip and Master Blip. What was that again you had said about memory loss?
Mr. Blip is fine. I'm afraid I'm no master.
Oh, okay, Mr. Blip.
Indeed, I lost my memories ages ago. I was, told I was wandering aimlessly until Boatswain Tarto found me.
Oh, that does sound interesting. I was in a similar situation, but I do have memories. So you don't remember anything before being found?
I'm afraid not. I was found, I'm told, on a rather barren planet. Strangely. Don't know why I'd be there, but now I'm not. And I'm quite content with where I'm at.
Interesting. Well, I hope that one day you do remember your creator.
You again hear that metal clank sound. He smiles again under that mustache and says, "Yes, I believe perhaps in time, maybe I'll discover something."
Maybe. Anyway, good day.
Good day
Hey.
to you. Might want to get that beat checked, perhaps.
What beat?
Oh, nothing. Sorry. Just talking to myself.
Oh, you might want to get that checked out.
Robot takes offense.
Beat.
Hey, you guys are hanging out in the middle of the storeroom.
I got all my stuff. Oh,
I approached the cadet over here.
Okay. Looks to be a rather small fella. Looks like maybe a gnome. Or really stout looking gnome. That's what he looks like.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Could be Santa.
Well,
It looks
he's a
like
gnome,
he's
you
mulling
said.
over the
I'm all
crossbows
interested
right now.
Hey, are you like a cadet too?
Well, let me just. I was looking, and he turns and looks at you, and immediately just, whoa, what the? And he falls back.
Don't let me help you up, friend. And I'll move over and go to help him back up.
And then he looks over to you, Robot, as you help him up, and he's like, and a talking machine, and then he looks and sees Pocket and says, "Oh gods!" and backs up even more. To which Mr. Blip looks over and says, "Calm down, lad. They're merely new recruits from realm space. Somewhere you'll go soon too." To which he's just
I
on his
stare him
ass,
down.
just looking at Mr. Blip, and he just looks at all of you wide-eyed and says nothing.
You best believe in space stories, young cadet. He's reading one now.
Okay. He gets up and kind of brushes himself off a bit. Sorry, I'm a bit new here and new to this. And then he gives a polite salute and says, I'm Hamdit Thunderhide.
Greetings, Hamdit. I'm Robot.
Thunderhide, you said?
Yeah, Hamdit Thunderhide.
What bunk are you in, Hampton?
They put me in a small quarters with 4 others, I believe.
Oh, I'm in bunk D. What do you think the D stands for?
Destination?
I like you.
Oh my god.
He looks very uneasy.
I'm the new cadet, Ricky D. And I'm gonna call myself Ricky Destination now. Thank you.
Ricky Destination.
Okay, well, hope to see you soon. And he starts power walking around all of you, hastily exiting.
I just want to stare him down as he walks out.
He was literally just trying to hide his eyes from you as well, as he was just rushing
He
out.
felt my gaze, and that's all that matters.
I look over at Pachu. These boys cannot get their eyes off of us. We can manipulate this whole tower.
I say in Robot's head, I honestly have no idea what he's talking about.
I just look up and down at Slick,
This
Is it oil
robot
coming out of
noise
your
just
No. It's just sound. No liquid coming out. Just. And then back to Baktra, and I don't understand either.
You guys want to talk to the other guy here or check out the next task?
Isn't that one of the bullies from before?
looking from the back, it looks like it could be.
I think really hard to see if it's the bully from before.
Make a perception
just-
check.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god.
It has to be. It absolutely is.
Can I do
Oh.
a perception check?
Yeah, sure.
I also would like to.
Whoever wants to, go for it.
I walk up to him while they're doing the perception test. And I put my, I'd be like, hey, sorry for almost blasting you earlier.
Is it actually one of them?
Looking at this gentleman now, you could tell that this absolutely was not one of the people from upstairs.
No.
He does look like
okay.
this since we're talking to him.
So beautiful.
Damn, Fabio, what the fuck?
You got the same hair.
He has his hand on his chin right now and his arm crossed, looking down at the potions on the table. And Slick, as you walk up and say that, he turns to you and immediately looks a little bit startled, and then says, "I'm sorry. What are you talking about?"
You know, the little brouhaha we got into. One of my spells went off, almost took out your partner. I'm sorry.
No,
This is not the correct person.
What do you mean? This was the cute guy in the group with those baddies, but this was the real baddie.
Incorrect.
I've never met you
No.
people.
Well, I was sorry, and if you need anything, I'm Ricky D.
All right.
Do you need anything?
No, I'm quite all right. I was just thinking of picking up a
just-
few health potions.
Oh, so you fight?
Somewhat. You're all from realm space, aren't you? And he starts looking at all of you.
Yeah, we from space. It's fine.
What's it like out there?
Well, there's no one cute like you out there.
There's a lot of bugs.
There are.
It's cold.
I don't feel temperature.
He says, I see. I've always wanted to go out there. Seems like you'd be the best to talk to about it. I'm Blake, by the way.
Blake the hottie.
Just Blake is fun.
Yeah, sure.
Are there not many people from realm space here?
He shakes his head and says, "Not really. I think a few of the guards, maybe, and a few of the officers. There's a Thrycreen I know. There's a Plasmoid guard. Maybe a couple others, but I'm not fully sure. But I don't think I've seen any cadets from realm space."
Well, now
Well,
you have.
nice to meet you.
Nice
Although,
to
well,
meet you all too.
I have a question about the guards. So they were never cadets, but they still work for the Spelljammers?
I honestly don't know. I haven't bothered to ask any of them. A lot of them are very short-spoken, I guess.
Yeah, it's just interesting that they seem almost like an outside group working for here, but their ranks are different than ours, you know?
He pokes the badge on him and says, "Do know, black badges. They look really cool."
Yeah, the black badge isn't on our map or anything like that. I was, I was like, maybe I can be a guard, but they're not part of the program, so it's interesting. But I think they do a good job protecting us.
Well, orientation did say if we went somewhere we weren't supposed to or didn't have proper clearance, that they would just disintegrate us. So I guess that's a good job. A little unnerving, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, but just don't break the rules.
He kind of just stares at you for a moment, almost like he wants to say something, but he doesn't. And then he says, yeah, don't break the rules. It's just not.
Which is interesting because they said something about theft. That there's a lot of it.
I wouldn't know. I haven't been here for more than a week.
Oh, so you're new too. Huh.
Where are you from, Blake?
I'm actually from kind of far away. It was hard to get here, but thankfully I had some parents who helped me along the way. Have you heard of Baldur's Gate?
Yes.
It's quite a ways away on the Sword Coast, but really, really big place. This is pretty nice too, though. A bit in the middle of nowhere, but it's growing on me.
Baldur's Gate, you say? How did you manage to get here? How far away is that, and how long did it take you to get here?
A few weeks and a lot of money.
How much money?
He looks at you for a moment, Robot, and says, "That's a rather personal question. We just met. I don't know if I want to talk about that anymore."
Understood. My apologies, good sir.
Sorry about my robot friend, but yeah, that, money is money,
I actually have to ask because I'm very curious now. And he leans close to you, Slick, and he says, "Do plasmoids have genders?"
Way to put him on the spot. Rick doesn't know the answer to that question,
Are
probably.
you asking for my pronouns?
I thought you were kind of, I don't know how to put it, goo people.
Yes, we're fluid.
So you could be either?
Yeah.
Huh.
There's nothing wrong with that, is there?
No, of course not. I'd say it's more beneficial, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
I'm just curious. Sorry, that was too personal. I apologize.
No,
And
it's
he bows
fine.
down.
We gotta end the stigma.
Right, the stigma. And he
Some
nods.
people think, that there's either one or the other, but us plasmoids, we can be both, and I think it's great. Out of context, yeah, good.
Out of context, Slick has
No
a
political stuff.
boner.
Slick is non-binary. And we mean that in, like, the most like proper way.
He looks at you. He just stares at you,
As a plasmoid
smiling, like he doesn't know what to say to you.
I'm sorry
I
to
also
interrupt
smile
this.
back at him because now it's awkward.
I'm sorry to interrupt this awkward moment of silence, but Blake, one more question. You said you're from Baldur's Gate. What is your family name, if you don't mind me asking?
The Tannins.
Blake Tannen. The fuck are you, Biff Tannen?
Yeah, Biff Tannen, yeah.
I'm not aware. I don't know who a Biff is. I'm sorry.
Do I know the Tannins? I don't know if I actually know the Tannins.
Would Robot have knowledge of Baldur's Gate? Has he been there before? Is he know
I
people?
would have heard of it. I would have heard of it.
We heard of it.
Yeah.
I'm sure Sal.
But I wouldn't have direct knowledge of it, right? I assumed I would have at least heard of it. Okay. I was curious.
You can make a history check. I just don't know where Robot's been.
Not the Baldur's Gate. I'm not gonna roll a history check. I wouldn't know.
Okay.
You've been places, but not there. All right. This is a nice awkward silence. We
We're all just staring at Blake right
We
now.
should continue our orientation test now to break this awkward silence.
Jefferson is
Let's
saluting Blake.
go.
Good luck to all of you.
It is weird that you can break the sexual tension here with a knife.
And he stops talking.
Blake.
It's okay, Blake.
Body.
Slick is in bunk D? I think. Big bunk D, I think. In case you were curious.
Destination.
That's I'm walking away. Don't worry, I'm a good wingman. Hooking both you two up.
As we walk away,
We don't know where the
wave
I don't know where I'm going.
Oh, we know,
Slate
yeah.
and Tiara slowly like go into my body.
We need to go to the Nexus for basic training.
Where we go, map?
I'm gonna pull out that map.
I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm
You
the
take
map.
out your map and glance at it again.
Where did I just say we needed to go?
I think you said Nexus, right?
I did say the Nexus. Where the fuck is the Nexus?
The
I don't
Spelljammer
see it.
Nexus
Back up.
is up here.
Alright, we go.
Oh, okay, there it is. I wasn't reading the whole word.
The clearance levels are marked on these as well, so you know who can get in these
Yeah,
places.
so- We have access to this. I assume they wouldn't tell us to go to places we don't have access to, you know.
All right. To the Nexus.
Ooh, the sea dock.
All right, you all start heading back up the spiral staircase
We
as
could
you
go
hook
to
a
the sea
north,
dock.
head to the Nexus. Get you guys in position.
I would like to mention a quick time update. 11:47.
It is. We're actually I'm just gonna do one more thing here and then maybe be done for the evening. But first, you head upstairs to level 7. Another
The
guard
Nexus.
stands here, and when he sees you all up, he quickly tilts his head and gives a wave. But you don't see a face on him. He looks a little strange. Really strange.
Is it?
He looks like this.
Looks like he's standing in front of a couple of windows.
Yeah. Just some reflections are on the helmet as well.
Dude, he's in a living room. Fuck you, Sal.
I gotta timestamp that.
Oh, dude, he's just in his living room, man.
You just cosplay before, going to the con. Taking some selfies.
Jefferson and I walk up to him. Did the wave look like more friendlier than other guards, or?
It did. But when you step up, he holds out two hands like this, and then motions to his pinned on his chest, and you see him peering at all of you. And then he just has the two thumbs up and starts nodding.
Walk up to him. Hey, I'm Slick. Nice to meet you. What's your name, Mr. Guard?
I think he said, "Yes, I'm a guard."
I just stared at him. Just waiting.
Excuse me, Jefferson. I am proceeding forward.
He holds up two
I'm
hands
gonna
to you,
follow
Slick.
Robot.
And he holds out his hand, which looks like it's a glove, but then it starts morphing, and he starts shaping letters out of his right hand, and he spells out the name Juliak.
Oh, are you a plasmoid too? And I do the same thing with my arm, and it shapes out to Slick. But it doesn't look as good because it's like kind of like a cursive.
He nods at you repeatedly and excitedly.
Wait, he's a plasmoid? Let's go!
They did say there was another plasmoid guard, or Blake did.
I haven't met many plasmoids before. Really? You might be the second or third one.
I just,
What?
in the middle of them talking, I just step right over Jefferson and in between y'all. Just walk on by.
And then I just start doing weird, like, fluid dance moves and stuff like that. Like you know, like the SpongeBob dancing scene. Like that stuff's like coming out like on my body and stuff like that.
Oh god.
Alright, he's while you do that to him, he actually takes both of his hands and makes tendrils as well, and kind of holds one out like he's trying to high five you,
I high five him.
and he does it with his other arm.
I high five him.
And he does it like 3 more times, almost like this is some sort of tradition with other plasmoids.
I have no idea what's going on, but I'm doing it.
He pulls his tentacle arms back and makes them into fists, or not fists again, but thumbs, and just gives it an excited thumbs up and does a little hop.
He does I melt into a puddle and then pop back up and give him a thumbs up.
He can't see any facial expressions, but he looks super stoked.
He was super stoked.
All right, I'll catch you later, and we start saluting him.
He hits his chest twice and gives you a peace sign.
Guys, that guy was weird, right?
You look exactly the same.
He was in the living room.
I mean, he didn't talk. That's weird.
As you head into this
Not everybody can communicate the same way.
larger room, you could see this is a large, big old chamber. It contains a laboratory. Looks like it might have a library around the corner. There was some navigational and astronautical references. A few side rooms, you don't know what's in there. And then the Nexus itself. You can see in the middle of this room a Nexus that 2 cadets are seated on floating chairs right now with their eyes closed. And inside this orrery, some mechanical ships that seem to be moving every now and again when they adjust themselves, almost like they're controlling these things with their minds. A figure is standing there watching them right now that looks like this.
Oh, sweet.
Peace?
He turns.
Like from Super?
He turns to you all that just walked in and says, "Oh, hello. Don't
Hello there.
recognize you all. I assume new recruits, perhaps."
Yes.
New recruits.
Oh, they're new recruits.
He smiles, and his eyes shimmer for a moment. His silvery eyes look almost like they ripple as he's looking over you. You're not sure what he's doing, but he's examining all of you. And then says, "If you give me just a moment, I just have to finish up with these 2. You're doing your orientation, yes?"
Yes.
Please. And he motions for you just to stand by for a moment as he looks back at the other 2 and crosses his arms. And that's actually where we're going to go ahead and call it for now. We're going to have to resume our orientation training next session. Good job, guys.
We're getting oriented.
Did we level up yet?
Hell yeah.
Maybe after this basic training, and then there's an assault course.
I mean, we'll have to see. We're on. Oh, actually, yeah, you are. You're level 2 now.
Oh, let's go!
Wait, already?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ding, boys.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
I'd say that was a pretty good start. We're on a ship for some training. It blew up. We learned a little bit about ourselves. We met a bunch of people. We got picked on. Decided to fix that with violence that escalated into extreme violence. And yeah, we did a whole bunch of stuff tonight. I like Spelljammer so far. This is neat, having all this weird stuff.
Not that weird.
You're right. You know it's D&D. It is not that weird. Par for the course is weird, right?
Just 2 plasmoids miming out a conversation. No big deal.
Yeah, I guess so. We will be doing this again next Wednesday. Everyone's good for it, I assume, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a very busy schedule, actually, and
Mm-hmm.
I know your schedule. You're gonna be fine.
I'm
You
not going
don't
to be able to
crash.
make it.
I can't do anything that day. I've got D&D.
Yeah, I got D&D. I can't do anything Wednesday. Just
Perfect. That's
Schedule's
exactly what I
full.
want to hear. A busy D&D day. What do y'all think so far? Everything cool?
Fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jamming.
Feels good to play again, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've done an online game. I've been doing the in-person sessions for a while now, but on my computer itself, it's pretty neat. It's a different experience, but I got so much crap right in front of me. It's nice. I kind of like the extra control I got over it. But
You're the man in the chair.
the man in the chair. But good job to you guys. You got right back into it. I don't think any of y'all played D&D since our Witchlight game, right? So it's kind of like you just jumped right back to it, knew your combat stuff, were ready to go. It was awesome. I liked it. But I suppose
Oh,
I
we
should
did House of Ross.
Oh, that's right. We did House of Ross as well. And we fought that big, terrifying thing at the very end, if I remember correctly,
Yeah.
right?
So 9 months of no D&D.
Mhm.
A
Mm-hmm.
little bit over 9 months, or about 9 months.
I see JD in
Someone
the
could have
chat
had a
there.
baby.
You know what? That's true. But I don't think anybody did. No babies, right?
No,
No babies.
So I got a fur baby.
I got a puppy.
Cute.
Rick's a married man now.
He is.
Girl.
I don't. Wait, he wasn't. Was he married after? Before House of Ross?
No.
Oh, snap.
You guys
So
came to
it
my
is
house after that. We've
something
met
big did
since
happen.
then too.
hmm
married. Yeah, we have. We
All
all went
met
up there in
real life.
person.
We went to Rick's wedding.
Hated those.
Rick's
toll
I was
bridges.
there.
freakishly tall.
I've never had to deal with toll bridges before. I'd fuck that up so bad.
Oh my god, we fucked that up so bad. They didn't just cost you money. They also billed me. They got us both because both our names are on the tags.
It's weird.
They
Jeez.
double billed you?
That's
Yeah.
I
stupid.
think so, yeah.
Why'd you let them double dip?
Welcome to
I don't
New
know what I'm
Jersey.
doing, dude. I'm not dealing with that crap. I just paid the stupid bill and I left. But I'm rambling. We're yapping right now.
Yeah.
You got any final comments before we get out of here? No.
See you next week.
Okay,
See you next
cool, yeah.
week.
Thanks for